And there are some people, some students, they're watching every time on the broadcast. They're feeling too shy to come.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
so what they do is that, listen also, children will be little. And now what we do, we go to the, yeah, WhatsApp. Then otherwise, japa is possible, aram se happens.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Chalo. Manoj, start the kirtan then.
Yeah, Prabhuji. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine.
Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine.
What happened?
I'm not able to hear Prabhu.
It is hanging. Hare Krishna. You can hear me. Now he will take care of it. Hey Manoj, Hare Krishna, you are hanging.
Sorry, Mataji. Yeah, my internet connection went off. Start. Om Vishnu Padaya.
It's again, I think.
What happened to England now? Hare Krishna, Manoj. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Oh, what is happening?
Prabhuji,
England.
yeah, internet connection. Yeah, there's some issue with that.
Arey, yaar, we are in India, it is better. Better come back.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah. That's right. Shall we continue, Prabhuji?
Yeah, yeah.
Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachata Desatarine.
Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda.
Jaya Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Hare.
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Manoj. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Babaji.
Chalo. Today England is in trouble. Chalo, we will start up. Okay? Let us look for our Krishna book. You remember where we stopped last time?
Prabhuji, it's 14th chapter, just before the pictures.
Oh, here it is. Wait it. Now, There's a picture. Now let us see what was the line before. Your As confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita, simply by understanding a constitutional position, appearance and disappearance, one can be immediately elevated to the spiritual kingdom after quitting this present. These are all pictures. Present body. Okay? Therefore, to cross over the ocean of material nations, an intelligent person takes shelter of your lotus feet and is easily transferred to the spiritual world. You see, the point here is easily transferred to the spiritual world. There are many so-called meditators who do not know that you are the Supreme Soul. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita, you are the Supreme Soul present in everyone's heart. Therefore, there is no necessity of one's meditating of something beyond you. One is always absorbed in the meditation on your original form of Krishna easily. See, again, Prabhupada said easily. Correct? Easily crosses over the ocean of material existence. The person who do not know that you are the Supreme Soul remains within the material world in spite of their so-called meditation. If by association with the devotee, the person comes to the knowledge of the Lord Krishna, the original Supreme Soul, then it is possible for him to cross over the ocean of material ignorance. For instance, a person becomes transcendent to the mistakes of thinking a rope is a snake. As soon as one understands the rope is not a snake, he is liberated from fear. For one who understands therefore, through your personal teaching, as stated in the Bhagavad Gita, or through your pure duty, as stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam and all Vedic literature, that you are the ultimate goal of understanding, he need not fear this material existence. Chalo, I read, now both of you discuss. What is the first thing which Prabhupada is saying here, the beginning?
To cross over the ocean of material and science, an intelligent person takes shelter of your lotus feet and is easily transferred to the spiritual world.
Correct. So it's not a difficult process, but provided we sincerely apply ourselves, take shelter of Krishna. Krishna's lotus feet. See, what is the meaning of taking shelter of Krishna's lotus feet? Chalo, bhai, discuss this point.
Yeah.
What is the meaning, Mataji, of taking shelter of Krishna's lotus feet?
Like we have full faith in Krishna only.
Okay. Okay. Now, how do you know you have faith? How do you know?
Fully surrendered for whatever I do. Like with faith in Krishna, I do it.
Okay. Yes. Manoj, what do you mean by having full faith in Krishna means? How do you know somebody is having full faith, or how do you know that I am having full faith? How do I check?
Prabhuji, having as Mataji said, full faith and Krishna, believing the reality that Krishna is the cause of all causes and everything that is happening is because of Krishna. Just accepting that and contributing in Krishna design and try all our activities in order to please Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah, see, faith, why I'm saying this? Because Christians also say this. Just believe in Jesus, that's enough. Correct? So, would you say that I can believe in Krishna or Jesus and do anything after that? What will it mean, faith? Manoj said that. Develop on that. Huh?
We have to do our duty.
Yeah, that's
our
duty. We are not saying stop that. But still, what do you mean by having faith?
He will ultimately take care of us, sir.
Okay, that's good.
But then we should not simply sit. We have to perform our duties, sir. Our prescribed duties we have to perform.
Correct, good.
And he will take care of it. Like the fruits he will give us accordingly. Sometimes we will do the right job also, but I may not get a credit like in the office.
Okay. Now, anyway, see, the point is this, what I wanted to develop on. Obedience is the first principle of love. Agree? Obedience is the
Yes.
first principle of love. So if I have faith, that means I also have faith in the instructions of Krishna. Yes, Mataji? Does it mean now? Correct? So therefore, having faith in Krishna means obeying Krishna. So taking shelter of Krishna's lotus feet means very carefully, very word by word, very meticulously reading the instructions of Krishna and obeying Krishna and trying to please Krishna. It's like in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, I don't like kama, krodha, lobha, I don't like this. So you know that if I cultivate this in my heart, Krishna will be upset. So taking shelter of Krishna's lotus feet is to be definitely being engaged in devotional service, and having full faith in Krishna also means having faith in Krishna's orders, Krishna's instructions. Yes, Mataji? That adds to what you're telling?
Yes,
What you're telling is correct. Whatever we have to do, we do, but we have full faith in Krishna, yes. And faith in Krishna means obeying Krishna. Just like you already are doing. You're chanting the holy names of Krishna, you're reading about Krishna, you're participating in Krishna discussions, whatever is possible. Take it na? So this is actually showing the faith. So faith is shown. I tell you this very good example. When we had the temple construction is going on in Bangalore, so we used to go around in whole Bangalore city to meet people. So many times we used to meet people, say, please, we heard you are a devotee of Krishna. Yes, 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 I believe in Krishna. Then he said, please help us. A beautiful temple is coming up. Yeah, Swamiji, bhakti dil mein hai. So faith means basically, faith means obeying. I'm actually actively very happy that Krishna's lotus feet is. And being in lotus feet, another meaning can be, we feel we are very always meek and humble in front of the Lord. We're very small. Now, where do you sit? Now, figuratively, in the metal world also, when you fall at somebody's feet, what does it mean? You want his shelter, you want his protection, correct? Yes, Mataji?
Yes.
Take care, Manoj? So therefore, so many things we can understand. Actually, Sharanagati, as it is said in the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, has 6 features. The first feature of Sharanagati is that, what is the first feature? Always do activity which are pleasing to Krishna. Even though you want to do something, but you will not do if it is not pleasing to Krishna. Correct? Do only those activities that are pleasing to Krishna. Okay? So there are 2 will go in that. If Krishna wants something, you'll do. If Krishna doesn't want something, you'll not do it. Okay? 2 of the 6. Then the third one will be accept Krishna as a guide. Number 4, accept Krishna as a protector. I think Mataji was telling on the 4th line. Accept Krishna. Believe in Krishna. Faith means he's my protector. He's my guide. And then always being meek and humble in front of the Lord and have no desire other than the desire of the Lord. That means having faith in Krishna. 6. Correct? If I just serve Krishna, definitely Krishna will protect me. That firm faith. That is faith at the shoulder. Yes, Mataji, does it make sense? We just expanded what you said. You are muted, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
It makes sense? You wanted to add something to it?
No, Prabhuji.
It makes no. Faith has 6 features. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said it has 6 features. Love of Krishna has 6. Surrender to Krishna or faith in Krishna has 6 features. Anukulya sa sankalpa, pratikulya sa vivarjana. Anything favorable to Krishna we accept. What Krishna does not like we reject. Always rakshishati vishwasa, full faith, Krishna will give me protection. I think you were telling faith on that aspect, correct? Full faith. I do my duty and Krishna will give me protection, correct? Full faith.
Yes.
And then always accept Krishna is my guide, he'll guide me. And then always meek and humble. I am very small in front of the Supreme Lord and have no desire other than the desire of the Lord. So these are 6 complete actually in detail. Manoj, you knew about the 6 aspects of surrender?
Yes, Puri. I think we have discussed it earlier.
Yeah,
Doing what Krishna pleases Krishna and not doing what doesn't please Krishna. These 2 I remembered, but not others.
Very nice. The guide, protector, and meek and humble, and have no desire other than the desire of the Lord. The 6. Devotees have analyzed this very nicely, the different stages of our consciousness, thinking, feeling, and willing. These six actually cover everything. Okay. Therefore, there is no necessity of one meditating something beyond you. There is nothing beyond Krishna to be meditated upon. He is the supreme. When Krishna himself was on there in this planet in Dwarka, he used to get up 3 hours before sunrise. We struggled to get up 2 hours before sunrise. And Krishna used to get up how many? 3 hours before sunrise. And after getting up, he used to meditate on himself. Because there is nothing greater than him to meditate. And he has to do the role of a king sitting down in meditation. Now, whom to meditate? He is meditating on himself. Because he doesn't have to meditate. He doesn't do that meditation in the spiritual world. But here he wants to show some spiritual activity and thinking about somebody. He was thinking about himself. But anyway, he was doing the process, practice, what was the commander. So there is no necessity of meditating on something beyond you. So that means another way, we are meditating on the highest object. Highest. It's like going back to Godhead. There is no other ambition of life greater than that. Highest ambition. Our ambition is not small. There's enough people say, you should think positive, you should aim for the highest. They say like that. You can believe in yourself and go for the biggest possible, correct? Actually, it is we who are going for the most impossible thing to achieve, to go back to Krishna's lotus feet, go back home, back to God. It's the biggest thing, toughest thing. Our objective is the toughest thing. Prabhupada used to say always, life we should take the greatest challenge. So greatest challenge we have all taken to go back to Krishna, correct? But Krishna, Prabhupada is there ensuring easily you can go. Don't worry, it's not very difficult, easily. Okay, but we should understand, therefore, but you presently you both are having faith that Krishna is the greatest personality, your original form on Krishna consciousness. So the point is that that is a mercy of Lord Chaitanya. We are not understanding that. And don't take it for granted, the mercy can be taken away. Today you are having full faith, reaching Krishna's lotus feet in the spiritual world is the ambition of your life. That's the great gift of Lord Chaitanya. It's a mercy of Lord Chaitanya. It's not that, it's a joke. It's not a joke. Prabhupada says, can't you see the miracle? One lecture is telling. Devotee looking at Prabhupada, what miracle? Can't you see the miracle? Prabhupada, what miracle? Arey, you got knowledge. Hey. So not only we are hearing this statement that you go back to God, we are believing in that. As Mataji said, we have faith. So we are believing in that. That's the mercy of Krishna. How we have faith. It's not oscillating. It is not. Is it oscillating, Manoj? It is not oscillating. We are clear about it. We're just seeing that I can do something more and become more serious to serve Krishna. That's all. But otherwise, Krishna has already gifted firm faith at his lotus feet. But we have to just enhance now. In spite of so-called meditation, another point, in spite, the people may do so-called meditation, but they still remain in this material world. Okay? Prabhupada is therefore using the word so-called meditation. It's not meditation, it's so-called. What people are doing generally in society, it's so-called meditation. Meditation is only on Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God. There is no other meditation. The people who are doing others meditation, Prabhupada is calling it so-called meditation. Correct? Many times this joke is there. You tell people, what are you doing? They say, I am preparing. They say, sorry, so I was looking at my mobile. So, ocean of mirth, in spite of their so-called meditation. Yeah, many people we ask, what are you doing? I do meditation. You ask them on what? And they look at you as if you asked a very difficult question. This is obvious, no? You say I'm reading. So if I ask you which book you're reading, is it a difficult question? It's an obvious question. So you say I'm meditating. So obviously we ask this question, what are you meditating? And they say, they become silent. Why you have asked such a question as if we asked some very tough question. It is obvious. Meditating is on what you are meditating. And they're not meditating on anything, on something impersonal, which doesn't have form, which doesn't have name, some hanky-panky nonsense. That's what most of the people do. And Prabhupada that all their meditation is humbug. It has no clarity. But Krishna is giving a clear objective. And Bhagavad Gita, Krishna does say, Machchitaha, you meditate upon me. Madhakata prana, make me the ultimate goal of life. So Madhama. So like that, Krishna is very clear in Gita. We should meditate on him. But people generally don't understand this fact. Correct? Okay. In spite of the so-called meditation, if by association with the devotee, the person comes to the knowledge of the Lord Krishna, the origin, it is possible for him to cross. For instance, a person who can translate mystical thinking. As soon as one understands the rope is not a snake, he is liberated from fear. What a nice line. Now the material world looks very fearful actually, correct? Because you're looking it in a wrong way. But as soon as you know this material world is not fearful, this is also an energy of Krishna, and I've taken shelter of Krishna, then it's liberated from fear. Okay? We can only become fearless when we take shelter of Krishna. Otherwise, the material world looks very dangerous. A rope starts looking like a snake, and we become bewildered. See, there is nothing wrong with the rope. The rope looks nice snake. The problem is with you. You are seeing the rope as snake, correct? Like Arjuna, when he saw the battlefield, he became very disturbed. But after hearing Gita, he saw the same battlefield. What is the difference? He was peaceful.
Yes,
the problem was inside his head, not in the battlefield. He threw the bow aside. No, I can't fight. He started crying. Krishna said, what happened to you? And he gave some knowledge. Then he sees the same battlefield. He sees the same people on the battlefield. He is peaceful. The problem is inside in our mind. Problem is not in the material world. Most of the people, they find problem in the world. Why this world is like that? Why God has created so much Maya? Why God is making you suffer in this world? They don't understand. Everything is perfect. The problem is with you. We tend to find problem outside. Why there is life and birth and death in this world? Why I'm becoming old? Why this? The problem is nowhere. Problem is with you. You are crazy. That's all. And that is the last thing you would like to admit. Correct? You go to somebody, he will be sad and they will, this is the problem and that is the problem, that is the problem. Everybody. You tell him, the problem is with you. There is no other problem. Everything is fine. Because God's kingdom, everybody is protected. Nobody can do anything to anybody. The problem is with us. So, as the Prabhupada says, when you understand, when you come to enlightened by the spiritual knowledge, then what happens? When he understands the rope is not a snake, he is liberated from fear. He becomes very, very happy and peaceful. He understands the true nature of the material world and he becomes very peaceful. Because so knowledge will always make us happy. It is said we should never avoid the truth. Many people try to avoid the truth. In this world, death is there, you'll become old, next life you don't know where you'll be born. If you tell this information to somebody, they say, yeah, why you're talking all these things? Let us be optimistic, we are pessimistic. Generally, if you start talking. But actually, we are not pessimistic, we are realistic. We're talking in the facts. And it is said we should never avoid knowledge, otherwise knowledge will come and hit us. That's what happens to people when the reality of the life comes into picture. They become senile. So, but actually a devotee, when he sees the real nature of the material world, in total control of Krishna, he has full faith in Krishna's lotus feet and is free from fear. So fear only stops when we remember Krishna. Okay? Krishna is fear personified. Fear personified cannot touch Krishna. So, your ultimate goal of understanding, there is no need of fear of the material existence. Done. This much is done. Yes, Mataji, any doubt on this? Till now, is it clear? Did I speak something strongly or lightly or something wrong?
Nice, Prabhu. Very nice.
It makes sense? Okay, good. Manoj? Chalo.
Yes, Prabhu. Shall I read, Prabhuji?
Yeah, so-called liberation.
So-called liberation and bondage has no meaning for a person who is already engaged in your devotional service. Just as a person who knows that the rope is not a snake is unafraid. A devotee knows that this material world belongs to you and he therefore engages everything in your transcendental loving service. Thus, there is no bondage for him. For a person who is already situated in the sun planet, there is no question of the appearance or disappearance of the sun in the name of day or night. It is also said that you, Krishna, are just like the sun, and Maya is like darkness. When sun is present, there is no question of darkness. So for those who are always in your presence, there is no question of bondage or liberation. They are already liberated. On the other hand, persons who falsely think themselves to be liberated without taking shelter of your lotus feet fall down because their intelligence is not pure.
So Prabhupada is saying very statement for a person who is already situated in the sun planet, there is no question of appearance and disappearance of the sun in the name of day or night. What do you say? So
Yes.
those who are engaged in devotion service, they're in the bondage for them. They're already liberated. There is a shloka which says that Mamacha Vivicharena Bhakti Yogena Sevate Sagunana Samati Tetyana Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate. Mamacha Vivicharena, without any diversion, who is engaged in devotion service, Bhakti Yoga and with devotion, then Saguna, they transcend all the modes of material. Because you transcend the modes of material nature when you are engaged in devotion service. So when you are a very engagement in devotion service with faith and love, you already transcend the modes of material nature. You got it? Just like suppose you are sitting and chanting very attentively, you are transcending the three modes. Or you engage in some activity for devotion service, you are doing something for Krishna. You're cooking for Krishna, you're cleaning the temple for Krishna. Because if you are absorbed in faith and love, in a mood of service, Maya doesn't touch you also. Correct? Why? Just like in a sun, if you're walking, there is no question of darkness, the full bright light. So very engagement. See, the point is this, you cannot engage yourself in Krishna's service unless you have a devotion. How long can you make a show? It's like Prabhupada, remember, there was a Rath Yatra I quoted every time. There was a big Rath Yatra. 7 hours devotees were dancing. 7 hours. It's a long time. Half an hour we get exhausted. Correct, Manoj?
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yes,
after the Rath Yatra was over, there were reporters came to meet Prabhupada. So Prabhupada pointed at them and he said that, see, these devotees have faith, have the understanding. Nobody can artificially dance for 7 hours. They're actually feeling blissful. So the reporters also could understand. Correct? You got the point? So the very
Yes.
engagement in devotion service, if you're engaged, that itself is mercy of Krishna. Krishna has revealed the spiritual world to you already. You got it? Suppose you're chanting Hare Krishna and you're finding pleasure in that. That is nothing to do with this world. That is totally transcendental. So if you are engaged in devotion service, you cannot sustain it. People cannot do more than 1 or 2 minutes. What do you say? Many times if you call people for a class in the temple, they cannot sit for 1 minute also. They are so disturbed. You can have 1 minute, they run away. You have seen, noticed? Find very, very difficult, many people. The reason is why? The reason they have to receive mercy of Krishna. When you receive mercy of Krishna, what happens? There is no bondage. There is no bondage. You are liberated. Because of knowledge, you are liberated. Take a falsely think themselves liberated without taking shelter of the lotus feet, they'll fall down. Take it, that is the statement of Brahma. Aruya krichena param padam tataha patanti yada anadidu yusmad angreya. Those who do not take shelter of your lotus feet, they may think they are liberated. The Mayavadis think I am God and I am liberated. They actually fall down because they are neglecting to take shelter of. Only sure assurance is taking shelter of the lotus feet of Krishna. That's the only sure assurance. If you take that, we are blessed. Yes, if one
therefore thinks that the supersoul is something different from your personality and thus searches out the supersoul somewhere else in the forest or in the caves of the Himalayas, his condition is very lamentable. Your
is
teachings
it
in
understandable? This is very easy. Super
yes,
soul in the heart that you're having is not independent of Krishna. So you don't have to think of something else. When you're thinking of Krishna, it includes you're thinking of the super soul. We don't have to separately think about the super soul. Yeah. Okay, chalo. Next.
your teachings in the Bhagavad Gita are that one should give up all other processes of self-realization and simply surrender unto you, for that is complete. Because you are supreme in everything, those who are searching after the Brahman effulgence are also searching after you. And those who are searching after super soul realization are also searching after you. You have stated in the Bhagavad Gita that you yourself, by your partial representation as the super soul, have entered into this material cosmic manifestation. You are present in everyone's heart, and there is no need to search out the super soul anywhere else. If someone does so, he is simply in ignorance. One who is transcendental to such a position understands that you are unlimited, you are both within and without, your presence is everywhere. Instead of searching up for the supersoul anywhere else, a devotee only concentrates his mind on you within. Actually, one who is liberated from the material concept of life can search for you, others cannot. A simile of thinking the rope to be a snake is applicable only to those who are still in ignorance of you. Actually, the existence of a snake besides the rope is only within the mind. The existence of Maya, similarly, is only within the mind. Maya is nothing but ignorance of your personality. When one forgets your personality, that is the conditional state of Maya. Therefore, one who is fixed upon you both internally and externally is not illusion.
Okay, the point existence of snake beside the rope is only within the mind. It's only within the mind. There is only rope line. Thinking of a snake, just remembering the rope, you're thinking of the snake. That means this image of snake is in your mind. Isn't it logical? You see
Yes,
rope for a snake means you have seen a snake and that looks like rope. That image was in your mind, correct? It's only within the mind. Otherwise, there is only rope lying there. Even if they are seen in text also when you are reading, you correct it automatically because you see the correct one. You have seen that many test people do. They write some word haphazardly, but you still read the correct because your tendency is to read something that you look there. So it is within our mind. Maya is within our mind. That's the point. The existence of Maya similarly is only within the mind. Mind, nothing but ignorance of your personality. When you forget your personality, that is the conditional stage of Maya. Therefore, one who is fixed upon you internally and externally is not illusion. Is not illusion. Okay? Anything other point here? Super soul is Krishna only, so somebody searching super soul is searching for you only. And the Lord is present in the heart as Krishna is present in the heart of everybody as Paramatma. And he's thinking of the fortune of the devotees. Okay? So I want to be engaged in a devotional service in the form of cows and calves, the devotees of fortune. In fact, next life he'll become Haridas Thakur now. Okay, you know this? Did I tell you this? He went to, after this pastime, he went to, he knew that the Lord will come to, Lord Chaitanya will come. He went to Mayapur. And he prayed at Yoga Peter. That my Lord, please bless me. And that Lord Chaitanya appeared in front of him because he is there always residing in Mayapur, just like Lord Krishna is always residing in Vrindavan. So what do you want? I know you are soon coming in Kali Yuga. I only one request. This time give me a very humble position so that I don't become proud. I have a big weakness. I become very proud. That's why I took the position of Haridas Thakur. You know this, Mataji? Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
You have gone to Mayapur?
Once.
Okay. Yes. So that time, did you go to Yoga Pita?
I'm not sure, Prabhu.
The tree where Lord.
Many places we can see him.
Ah?
Yes, Prabhu.
You have gone. Yes. Take care. The gopis and the. When are you coming to Mangalore? Next?
Birthplace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Yeah. You have gone.
Yes.
Yoga Pita. You would have gone.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, I remember. Yes.
The same place.
Outside the temple, we have to walk a little and go.
Yes. You have to walk little on that road. Yes.
Yes. On the left side, it is coming. Yes, Prabhu.
Yes. Manoj has not come, no? Manoj?
No.
Come. You finish your responsibilities, come. Sometimes take a break, we will go together.
Yeah.
Okay. So I wish to become one of them, instead of being such an exalted personality, for I'm full of ignorance. See? Even though he's such an exalted position, he's not proud. He's saying, I'm full of idiot. I'm an idiot, number one. I could not recognize you. Mother Yashoda is serving you, Gopal is serving you, Gopis is serving you, and all devas are offering prayers to you. Indra offered prayers, everything. But I'm so, what kind of exalted position is this? I'm full of ignorance. It says the devotee also, when he advances in Krishna consciousness, he sees somebody as rich as Brahma and Shiva, it takes them like insects. If they're not inclined to service, insects, just like, we hear about some billionaires, in your England or in America, they're billionaires. I think in England, Hinduja, one of the richest person. Right?
Yes, we.
Hinduja group, the richest Indian. So even Hinduja, if he's not inclined to devotion service, devotee sees him like an ant. What is that? No value. That doesn't give any weight. Okay? So he has full faith. What is important is Krishna. That's why Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada said there is no shortage in this word. Only shortage is Krishna consciousness. So that's the only shortage you see in somebody. Okay, now till where you read? Manoj?
Previous page, yes, Vrindavana. No.
He said, I'm surprised with the fortunate position of Nanda Maharaj.
No, Prabhuji. I think previous. We have not read this.
Huh?
Previous page. Prabhuji. This we have not read yet.
Previous page, bottom line, I think. No?
Yes, Prabhuji. We have not read this, Prabhuji.
Okay.
We have not read this page yet.
Okay. Might.
Not even this one. Yeah, before that, yes. Yes, we have read this.
Maya is within the mind.
Yeah.
Okay. One was attained a little devotional service. Continue. One was attained
One who has attained a little devotional service can understand your glories even when striving for Brahman realization or Paramatma realization, cannot understand the different features of your personality unless he treads the devotional path. One may be spiritual master of many impersonalists, or he may go to the forest or to a cave or mountain and meditate as a hermit for many years, but he cannot understand your glories without being favored by a slight degree of devotional service. Brahman realization or Paramatma realization are also not possible even after one searches for many years unless one is touched by the wonderful effect of devotional service.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Brahma realization, Paramatma realization are also not possible enough to basically for anything, even Brahman realization, you need Krishna's mercy. Just like even to become a rich person, you need Krishna's mercy. Anything you need Krishna's blessing. You cannot do anything without Krishna's blessing, including Brahman Paramatma realization. Correct? That requires more, whatever you want, Krishna gives. But there is a slight touch of, even in Karma Yoga, there is a slight touch of devotion service. Yoga means there has to be connection to Krishna. So Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, whatever, Ashtanga Yoga, say Jnana Yogi people, they do Brahman realization. Ashtanga Yogi people, they do Paramatma realization. But whatever you may be doing, it will not be practical unless there is some devotion in it. Correct. So anything else? Unless it treats the devotional path, yes, very nice. Correct?
Yes,
attained a little devotional service can understand your glories. Okay, so glories of Krishna will be revealed only when some devotional service happens. And even Garmis and Gyanis and Yogis, they also need some devotion to progress in the field. Devotion to the underlying. Yoga means devotion. Yoga means linking to the Lord. There has to be some devotion. Okay? Your glories without being favored by a slight degree of devotional service. Correct? Many years they may do tapasya, but they should have been. Devotional service basically means there is genuine attempt to please Krishna. I think that we can define as devotional service. A sincere, genuine attempt to please Krishna. We are all focused, all of us, how to please our own self. And that is the end of the day for us. But devotional service means person understand, no, I am just a servant of Krishna. Is Krishna pleased? Just like take Manoj, in your house some guest has come. So don't you go and ask him next day, was it comfortable? You could really get a proper rest? And I was your host for so many days. Are you happy? Is everything fine? Correct? You say, I'm upset. What is nonsense? Everything is nonsense. Then your whole hospitality goes for a 6. Correct?
Yeah. Yes,
It was at the same way, devotion service means there is a sincere attempt to please Krishna. That is, we can say as devotion service. Chalo. Continue, my dear Lord.
Prabhuji, there is somebody at the door. Give
Finish.
me just 2 minutes.
Yeah, Sujata Mataji, you can read.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
My dear Lord, I pray that I may be so fortunate that
Mataji, we can chat for 2 minutes. What happened? When are you coming? You're coming for Janmashtami?
Prabhu, actually, so far we have not booked tickets because I am expecting my transfer also at the same time.
Okay, not clear.
So
The
in
date
August,
not released.
I don't know whether it is August first week. If they give me the transfer order, I have to come like that. It is like so. We are in a fix now. What to do?
Okay.
But by August end, we want to wind up from this house. That is what we have decided, and I have been promised in the same way in the office.
Take it.
Now I have to wait and see.
You're waiting for the final order which has to be passed by
Yes.
the senior officer. Huh?
Yes, Prabhuji. Because and somebody has to come in my place in the Bangalore office where I'm working.
Take it. The people will be rather eager for reverse, no? They want to come and work in metro. There is more business. There is more commission like that.
Yes. And actually, there are vacancy in Mangalore for me. It is ready now. They want me to come there immediately.
Ah.
So now it is come to that. Now 1 more month is there. So now it is come up to July. So July end also I may get, or August first week I may get, August second week I may get. They said by August 15th.
हाँ ठीक है चलो hopefully we be
Yes,
detached.
the moment I get my order, I will immediately inform you, Prabhu.
ठीक है. Then how is your daughter? Fine?
She is doing fine, Prabhu.
ठीक है. Her think something is going on now? She said some person will come to Bangalore, no? You're telling? Okay, or some person will give her some work to do it in Bangalore.
No, that is already there, Prabhu. She's doing that job. She has got that articleship from Bangalore.
ठीक है.
Yes.
Good.
She's under one person now, and he's giving her some job. She's doing it. Now from here only, when she come to Bangalore, she will do it from there. She'll go to the office and do.
चलो ठीक है.
Prabhu, next week end we are going for a Kerala yatra.
Where? For your friends?
We are going with Madhavanandu Prabhu.
Oh, I remember him very much.
He's taking us to 10 Divya.
He's a yatra person. That is his life now, correct? Where all you are going?
First we are going to Cochin. Then for 2 days we'll be visiting all the places there. He has given us one list here. Then we'll come to Goayur and Thrissur and back to Bangalore. It's for 4 days, 4.5 days.
Not Trivandrum.
No, we are not going that side. So he said South Kerala we are.
ठीक है. चलो. Good, Manoj, over? Your wife has come with the child?
Yeah. Now she is taking her inside.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Chalo. ठीक है, no problem. ठीक है. My dear Lord.
My dear Lord, I pray that I may be so fortunate that in this life or in other life, wherever I may take my birth, I may be counted as one of your devotees. Wherever I may be, I pray that I may be engaged in your devotional service. I do not even care what form of life I get in the future, because I can see that even in the form of crows and calves or cowherd boys, the devotees are so fortunate to be always engaged in your transcendental loving service and association.
Hey,
Therefore, I wish to,
close
yes.
kata, cows. You added something.
Sorry, Babuji, yeah, cows.
Cow.
Yeah, cows. Cows and the
Those are
calves.
irritating. Chalo. Engage in your devotional service. Loving service and association. Correct. Then, therefore.
Therefore, I wish to be one of them instead of such an exalted person as I am now, for I am full of ignorance. The gopis and the cows of Vrindavana are so fortunate that they have been able to supply their breast milk to you, persons who are engaged in performing great sacrifices and offering many valuable
Go.
goats in the sacrifice cannot attain the perfection of understanding you, but simply by devotional service, these innocent village women and cows are all able to satisfy you with their milk. You have drunk their milk to satisfaction, yet you are never satisfied by those engaged in performing sacrifices. I am simply surprised, therefore, with the fortunate position of Maharaj Ananda, Mother Yashoda, and the cowherd boys and cowherd men and gopis, because you, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Absolute Truth, are existing here as their most intimate, lovable object. Mighty Lord, no one can actually appreciate the good fortune of these residents of Vrindavana. We are all demigods, controlling deities of the various senses of the living entities, and we are proud of enjoying such privileges. But actually, there is no comparison between our position and the position of these fortunate residents of Vrindavana, because they are actually relishing your presence and enjoying your association by dint of their activities. We may be proud of being controllers of the senses, but here the residents of Vrindavana are so transcendental that they are not under our control. Actually, they are enjoying the senses through service to you. I shall therefore consider myself fortunate to be given a chance to take birth in this land of Vrindavana in any of my future lives.
Okay, so very nice. Brahma requests Krishna. Okay, so that this wonderful devotees is saying that we offer you sacrifice. They don't know whether you are pleased or not. Here, Krishna, became the coward boys because Brahma stole the coward boys, and as coward boys, he went to the house of every one of them, and he was
Mhm.
sucking the milk from the mothers. So Krishna said, and you are satisfied with that. So he's saying that actually these people are so fortunate. I'm big devata, but I'm not so eager to offer you devotion service. But here, so happily you take devotion service from them. Okay, we are controllers, proud to be controller, but within a Vrindavan, not under our control at all. Correct? The senses are engaged in your service, so there is no question of Maya touching them. And Maya doesn't touch them. There is no work for police to do anything. Correct? Police has only work when you do crime. They don't do any crime. They are absorbed in Krishna's service. And they are blissful in devotion service. So he's actually, that's very nice to appreciate the fortunate position of devotees. Always we should feel like that. Then we also get the same mercy. Krishna was so kind, he gave opportunity to the coward boys to play with him. You keep meditating on that, Krishna will say, okay, you want that, he will give you. But first we appreciate, no? Correct? Just like mostly people in India, they appreciate the fortunate position of people in America. They're so fortunate. They're like this, like that. Correct? They consider people fortunate if they're in some rich country. The same way, actually, real fortune is to be in the spiritual world. So they are appreciating the very fortunate position of great devotees. Brahma is appreciating. Correct? He's a devotee, but he's always appreciating the fortunate position of devotees in Goloka. So therefore, he is speaking this word. Yeah, my dear Lord. Mataji, any questions? Is it clear?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, my dear Lord.
My dear Lord, I am therefore not interested in either material opulences or liberation. I am most humbly praying at your lotus feet for you to please give me any sort of birth within this Vrindavana forest so that I may be able to be favored by the dust of the feet of some of the devotees of Vrindavana. Even if I am given the chance to grow just as the humble grass in this land, that will be a glorious birth to me for me. But if I am not so fortunate to take birth within the forest of Vrindavana, I beg to be allowed to take birth outside the immediate area of Vrindavana so that when the devotees go out, they will walk over me. Even that would be a great fortune for me. I am just aspiring for a birth in which I'll be smeared by the dust of the devotees' feet.
Just imagine now, he's so much appreciating the position of the devotees of Vrindavan. So I would like to become grass in Vrindavan and be trampled by them. So I get the dust. You think maybe I'm not qualified to take birth in Vrindavan, at least outskirts of Vrindavan, when they go out and they will stamp over me. So this was the similar prayer of Uddhava also. Uddhava also, when he came and he brought the message of Krishna to the gopis, so Uddhava was considered a very senior devotee in Dwarka, and he's actually very advanced devotee, very close to Krishna. But when he came to Vrindavan, he was struck with wonder. What is this total transcendental madness of the gopis? Correct? They were totally absorbed in Krishna's service. So that is special. Hello. Continue.
I can see that everyone here is simply full of Krishna consciousness. They do not know anything but Mukunda. All the Vedas are indeed searching after the lotus feet of Krishna.
Because they are full of Krishna consciousness. They don't know anything except Krishna. The day and night they think only of Krishna. Yes, continue.
It is confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita that the purpose of Vedic knowledge is to find Krishna, and it is said in the Brahma Samhita that it is very difficult to find Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by systematic reading of the Vedic literature. But he is very easily available through the mercy of a pure devotee. The pure devotee of Vrindavana Devotees of Vrindavana are fortunate because they can see Mukunda, Lord Krishna, all the time. This word Mukunda can be understood in two ways. Muk means liberation. Lord Krishna can give liberation and therefore transcendental bliss. The word also refers.
Vedesh Durlabam Adurlabam Atma Bhakta. Krishna is asked, very difficult to see by our own Vedic study also, but very easy through the mercy of devotees. Yes. What is that? Also Mukunda meaning liberation.
Yes.
Muk means liberation. Therefore, transcendental bliss. Okay, then.
The word also refers to his smiling face, which is just like the Kunda flower. Mukha also means face. The kunda flower is very beautiful and it appears to be smiling. Thus, the comparison is made.
Yeah, we can have two meanings. So, giving us Mukunda, Muk. We can give you liberation, that is one Mukunda. And another meaning of Mukunda is Mukha is Kunda, like a lotus flower. Very nice. Mukha Kunda. Chalo.
The difference between the pure devotees of Vrindavana and other devotees is that.
Just let me see. Oh my God. It is the Brahma praise. How many times you have been discussing? Yes, we are here. Today also we can't finish. Yeah.
The difference between the pure devotees of Vrindavana and other devotees is that the residents of Vrindavana have no other desire but to be associated with Krishna. Krishna, being very kind to his devotees, fulfills their desire because they always want Krishna's association. The Lord is always prepared to give it to them. The devotees of Vrindavana are also spontaneous lovers. They do not follow the regulative principles. They are not required to strictly follow regulative principles because they are already naturally developed in transcendental love for Krishna. Regulative principles are required for persons who have not achieved the position of transcendental love. Brahma is also a devotee of the Lord, but he is subject to follow the regulative principles. He prays to Krishna to give him the chance to take birth in the Vrindavana so that he might be elevated to the platform of spontaneous love.
Yeah, just wait. So that's called Raga Bhakti. That's residents of Vrindavan have spontaneous attachment to Krishna. They're intensely attached to Krishna. There is sadhana bhakti, and next stage is called raganuga bhakti. Sadhana bhakti is what we are following now. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Vandanam, Archanam. And the last, Sakhyam Atmanivedanam is raganuga bhakti, is a symptom. Intense attachment for Krishna. They are so, they cannot live without Krishna, so therefore Krishna is always with them. Okay? No other desire but to associate with Krishna. When Krishna disappeared from Vrindavan, they showed total madness. They went almost died. They just want Krishna so intensely, therefore Krishna is there. Okay? They are spontaneous lovers. So Brahma also, he's a sadhana bhakta. He's saying, oh God, I wish I can be here and also experience the spontaneous attachment of devotees too. So, yes, continue. Lord Brahma continued.
Lord Brahma continued, My Lord, sometimes I am puzzled as to how your Lordship will be able to repay in gratitude the devotional service of these residents of Vrindavana. Although I know that you are the supreme source of all benediction, I am puzzled to know how you will be able to repay all the services, that you are receiving from the residents of Vrindavana. I think of you how you are so kind, so magnanimous that even Putana, who came to cheat you by dressing herself as a very affectionate mother, was awarded liberation and the actual post of a mother. And other demons belonging to the same family, such as Aghasura and Bakasura, were also favored with liberation. Under these circumstances, I am puzzled. These residents of Vindhavana have given you everything, their bodies, their minds, their loves, their homes. Everything is being utilized for your purpose. So, how will you be able to repay their debt? You have already given yourself to Putana. I surmise that you shall ever remain a debtor to the residents of Vrindavana, being unable to repay their loving service. My Lord, I can understand that the super excellent service of the residents of Vrindavana is due to their spontaneously engaging all natural instincts in your service. It is said that attachment for material objects and home is due to illusion, which makes a living entity conditioned in the material world. But this is only the case for persons who are not in Krishna consciousness. In the case of residents of Vrindavana, such obstructions as attachment to hearth and home are non existent because their attachment has been converted unto you and their home has been converted into a temple because you are always there and because they have forgotten everything for your sake.
Just let me along now. Let us just do this much till now. Okay?
Yep.
Because Lord Brahma is making the point, how will you repay these people? It's a very important point. He says, Putana gave you little just milk and trying to kill you. You gave her mother. You gave yourself to her. But these people, what you will give? You'll remain always a debtor. Very sweetly, the love of Krishna is experiencing. You can just be, my Lord, I think you'll not be able to repay them because they've given everything to you. Take care, na? At a material home, due to illusion, which brings a living entity conditioned material world, there's only case a person. Attachment not in Krishna. In case of residents of Vrindavan, it's obstruction, attachment to heart, home are non-existent. There's no obstruction. They're so attached. When Krishna used to blow the flute, they used to just run whatever condition they are in. Because their attachment has been converted unto you. Attachment is a tendency, but it's converted to Krishna. Their home has been converted to temple because they're always there. And because they've forgotten everything for your sake, there is no impediment. For Krishna conscious person, there is not just an impediment in hearth and home, nor is there illusion. Hearth and home is not an impediment because his mind is absorbed in Krishna's lotus feet. Yeah. Chalo. We do this last paragraph, Manoj?
Yes, Prabhuji. Okay. There is no impediment. For a Krishna conscious person, there is no such thing as impediments in hearth and home, nor is there illusion. I can also understand that your appearance as a small cowherd boy, a child of the cowherd men, is not at all a material activity. You are so much obliged by their affection that you are here to enthuse them with more loving service by your transcendental presence. In Vrindavana, there is no distinction between material and spiritual because everything is dedicated to your loving service. My dear Lord, your Vrindavana pastimes are simply to enthuse your devotees. If someone takes your Vrindavana pastimes to be material, he will be misled.
He says, it looks very ordinary, small coward boy. Krishna did not take position like a king, which makes people have a distance. A small coward boy, such small innocent position, Krishna. But it said all the activities they do are still or not material. Krishna's activities, whatever he does it, transcendental. Janma karma chame divyam. Krishna's activities are always transcendental, even as a coward boy. That's the point we all understand and appreciate. Even though Krishna was in the form which looks like the form of the coward boy, he's still transcendental in his position. He never had material body. His body was always spiritual. Therefore, he was showing Vishwarupa to his mother and lifting a mountain. He was in a spiritual body. Okay? But it's not easy to figure that out. That requires Krishna's kindness so that he reveals his presence. Otherwise, if you're like Duryodhana, we never recognize Krishna. Correct? And yes. Duryodhana, Krishna is the king. Our here is a coward boy. He was never understood. So everything is dedicated to Krishna's service in Vrindavan. So there is nothing material there. There is only something spiritual. Okay? So Vrindavan pastimes are simply to enthuse your devotees. It encourages. It's like a trailer. It encourages people. When you hear about Vrindavan pastime which Krishna conducted, it is to attract us to the spiritual world. Because there is nothing material, that is spiritual. Somebody takes Vrindavan pastime material, he will be misled. Correct? It's not material, it is spiritual. You understand this point, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
You appreciate this point? The Leela of Krishna is actually totally transcendental. It is not material. Janma karma chame divyam. That is a very important sloka. Gita janma karma chame divyam evam yavaiti tattvataha tattadeham punarjanma naiti mam iti so Arjuna. Okay, so the similar thing is continuing here. The Krishna has taken this body just to enthuse the transcendence of the devotees. Okay, we end here today. Manoj?
Yes, Prabhuji, okay.
Yes, Mataji?
Okay, Prabhuji.
Okay. Today we had a big program, so we just afternoon went to the college, came a little bit sleepy, so not able to put my mind. Okay. I think yes, we have done good. We have read a lot today. I think next time, see 528 page. So it takes around 2 minutes to. This is next 10, 12 pages are there. Maybe next time we'll finish. Okay, so we have to deal with whom Vrindavan parts of the material will be misled. Correct? It's fine? Yes, Manoj. Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes.